Okie dokie.
Nice. Okay, so um, last time. Well, first of all, I apologize for the break. There was a bunch of stuff going on last week. Um, but yeah, last time you guys essentially made your way back. Uh, had a little bit of a fight with the frost giant outside. You guys were able to handle him pretty quickly for the most part. You were also attacked from some sort of like scorpion ballista type thing that you were also destroyed. And you figure out a way to make it to the castle, and you came across, after some sleuthing around, some of these like, I don't know, mushroom looking individuals, um, who you, with some good communication and some persuasion, yeah, some fun guys indeed.
I was about to say we
You
proceeded to persuade them that we were some fun guys as well.
exactly. You had another joke. I forgot what it was. It was pretty good. Um, but yeah, so they befriended them. One specifically named Doug, and you couldn't quite tell. I guess I don't know if you bothered to ask, but and Hal kind of escorted you to kind of one of the lifts to get you down to the forge level. From their understanding is that that's kind of where Zardarok is posted up. Now, I forgot to mention this before, but if you guys recall, that when you first kind of went into the castle, there was yes, that was the joke. um, uh, you guys were sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, so when you guys first went in there and talked to Musgard, she kind of told you, based on the discussion or from somewhere else, that he's trying to Zardarok's trying to construct more of these things, um, from one of this dragonoid type creature. You're not exactly sure where at what stage. Um, and yeah, that's something that you would know as you're going into this level here. Like, this is where a lot of the building was happening. And then the other thing is that you may come across more of these kind of like mushroom folk individuals. I think Oz determined what they were. Is that correct?
Yeah. I just speed dialed Lathander and he let me know what they were.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. So, yeah. So they're like Mechanids. They're pretty neutral individuals. They are, well, some of them reside, I guess, in the Underdark, where these Durgar are. They were promised from Zardarok essentially that like they would have a place above the ground once. Uh, they were once 10 towns was destroyed, and if they help Zardarok in this endeavor, then they will get what they want, a place for their people. Um, and you guys essentially convinced them that that was a load of garbage, which is good. But
Things also froze.
maybe Zardarok would be a man of, but probably not. So, yeah, I am so. All right. So did you guys have any questions, concerns? You guys got to this level here. It seems to be fairly empty. There's a door kind of directly to the north of you. There's a door kind of like um, going east, I guess, if we're looking at this cardinal directions.
And Doug and his friend are not in this room. They kind of just let us in the room and they left.
They took you to the lift, and then you guys kind of went down, essentially.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And then Orla. Oh shoot, I forgot to put her back on here. So she's with you as well. So I will made a token for her. That's what I was doing.
Well, Fades, do you remember what you're focusing on?
Yeah, it was the fairy fire, so it should have dropped once I
No.
once
Okay.
They're no longer focusing on that. I think enough time has passed.
I don't have to focus on the dead.
Exactly. I don't pity the fool. Okay, so I will unpause and then let you guys kind of start exploring here. This is a pretty big area here, so I think I got all the walls correctly. But we'll might pause intermittently. It's a lot of stuff going on here. Okay. So yeah, you down here, you see kind of the lift, you see kind of like this water or this like big old wheel cog mechanism that kind of drives. So that you saw the mechanism at the top, kind of like at the level where the big two ice gate doors that release this thing, there's kind of like a similar mechanism. So you think there's like probably at some point in this like a big old chain that kind of like goes around this. Okay. So with that, if I unpause it, what would you guys like to do?
We'll just head up and leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you don't do that for the sake of my sanity.
So it's like I spent how many hours putting together these fucking walls?
You are more than welcome to do so. It just might be a very short session. Like,
What was that other side quest we were supposed to go do?
Yeah, yeah. I think
there aren't any. They all died.
I'll check Jimothy will check this door to the north. See
Okay,
if it-
yeah. Why don't you give me an investigation check, please?
And can I check the door to the south?
Yeah, you
No,
can.
I'm sorry. The
The other door, yes.
the east?
The west, yeah.
The south right of the screen.
yeah, south right. We need to go north left.
What is this D2?
Sorry, I felt like my screen was. I clicked on my character sheet and stuff, and nothing was popping up. So I was like, I don't know what's going on right now. So
I did update a couple modules and like the actual game system itself. So let me know if you have issues.
no, I just wanted to test to make sure like something was working, and I think it was just being slow, maybe. So hopefully.
Sorry, and I guess I should have clarified. So, Timothy and Buffet, are you guys like checking for traps, or are you guys just checking?
I'm checking traps, and then if it's locked, I guess. So both.
Okay.
Well,
So, that's a good point. Jimothy, your door is not locked, and then Buffety's your door is.
it explodes.
And they're not trapped. They don't seem to be trapped based on your rolls here. You don't hear anything on the other side. You could, if you want to, roll a perception on that. But I'm kind of carrying that over here. So
No, if I'm not hearing anything and that door's locked, I will I'll just tell the room that this one is locked.
okay.
Kind of quietly, just be like, yeah, I just checked that one. It's locked. Jimothy, do you have a better chance over here?
It's open. It's open. I will. I'll try to crack the door and like peek through the crack.
Okay, why don't you give me a stealth check? Is anyone kind of following suit? Well, I guess first you do that, and then we'll decide what.
Stay back, Asilo, you loud fucker.
And I will strum the old
Flute?
and give Jimothy some bardic inspiration.
You're gonna strum while he's about to.
Jimmy's trying to be jumping.
Dun, 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 dun.
I wanted to cast guidance, but I still cannot get my guidance to go. I'm gonna try and roll a perception check and see if something happens.
Okay.
Something roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a bit odd.
I still can't, have with the popped out sheet, roll
My
attacks.
sheet is not popped out. It's
Oh.
still just in here. I can't
Are
click
you
on my
reloading?
guidance
I don't know what's going
or
on.
my
Did you-
cure wounds.
Did you try reloading your game?
Yeah, I can do that. You guys can keep going.
Okay, so Jimothy.
You can stay in Zoom while you reload.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Oh my god. Focus! Jesus Christ.
We're never gonna get through this. Okay. Yes. So you open the door. You feel free to open it if you'd like. And so you peek in.
You think both of her front legs look okay? She slipped on the grass. I was like looking for.
But yeah, you open it up, and kind of as you open it up, you didn't hear this before. The door's not that particularly, thick or anything like that, or just soundproof. But you start hearing it. You hear some like loud, kind of like mechanical noises, which makes sense. I mean, there's some from in here, but there seems to be some more in this room. So kind of in the middle of the room here. Actually, let me click on what do you actually see here. Yeah. So in this middle of the room, you see kind of like this 7-8 foot tall statue of a female Durgar and wearing a robe. The statue's kind of facing away from you right now. It looks like there's also like a big old stone brazier in kind of in front of it with a flickering flame. And then you see at like the base of the big old brazier. I keep saying brazier. Brazier. It's so fun to read it that way, but you see something like chained up onto the ground. You don't see something, but you see kind of like a leg sticking out. Why don't you give me a perception check, Jimothy?
Two wildly different items. Brazier and braziers.
It's getting real spicy. There's a big old like bra with a fire coming out of it. 9. Okay, yeah, you can't quite tell, from the distance where you're at from here. There seems to be no other like objects or beings or things in this room. It seems like the point of like this room's kind of like purposely designed to kind of like own in on the center of the statue itself. It definitely, I don't know. Why don't you?
Nothing seems to have noticed me opening the door.
Say that again? Yeah, nope. No, it doesn't seem like no one noticed you opening the door. So yeah. So if you feel free to keep going, if you
Can I
want.
scoot in just a little bit until I can see so I can see more of whatever this leg is attached to that you're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll say that you can go like maybe 2 more squares up, I guess. If you want to hug the side of the wall
Here.
there. Yeah, just go 1 there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so from there, as you kind of like slowly circling around, you see like at the base of this, like the statues, there's like a pedestal there. There seems to be like an emaciated, malformed creature with like rubbery, purplish gray flesh and like a big old bulbous head with what's really disturbing to you, like a metal plate bolted to it.
To its head?
Say that again?
A metal plate bolted to its head?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's quite quite disturbing. I'm not gonna make you roll con save or anything like that to like vomit from like the sight of.
Okay.
But I would say Timothy in his day so far has done some pretty egregious things. So he can stomach some of this. But you gather like someone who's like, not, I don't want to say murderer, but like someone who hasn't taken many lives would easily be completely distraught by what they're seeing here.
Okay. Does the thing look alive or does it look dead?
It's kind of hard to tell. It doesn't seem to be moving from where your point is, and you're still kind of like far enough away. So, but it is chained up So
It's chained up and it's lying on the floor.
yeah, it's like lined up, like it seems like it was probably like standing up, and it's kind of just like slumped over, as it's like the chains are like, gripping onto its skin. So, oh no, you still can't click anything. That's unfortunate. What the heck?
Well, I'll sneak up to the corner here.
Okay. As you get closer, so you now see that there's kind of like two doors that kind of come in from the east and west. Also seem to be entering this room here. So you have some options in terms of like if you want to leave this area. But again, as you keep stepping more, you still see pretty much nothing, and it's just the statue and this being on the ground.
Okay, well, I'll come back and I'll tell my friends what I see.
Okay.
I'll tell them quietly what I see. Creature, some weird creature thing, and they're chained to the ground in front of a big statue, and it's maybe been mutilated or something. I don't know. It has metal plates stuck to its body and stuff. I can't tell if it's alive.
I will peek around the corner and I will divine sense. Is that what it's called? Yes, divine sense.
Okay. Yeah. You may do that.
Oh, mine's not doing anything either.
No. That is not what I wanted to happen.
Yeah,
So my
no.
attributes tab works, but my inventory features and spellbook don't,
Cool.
which is
Greg,
weird.
do you mind trying something as well? Okay, so Jimothy tried something.
Yeah,
It's
nothing works in my attack. Sneak attack doesn't work. I don't have any spells to use, so.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, did you try just relaunching Foundry?
I mean, I
could.
fix
Just
shit
kidding,
all
Matt.
the time. You didn't try
I'm
it.
kidding. I had tried it.
It's so passive aggressive. Goodness.
Man, the level of sass.
Nah.
My stuff all seems fine, so you guys just need to get on my level.
Now to be fair, Greg, you're using the new character sheet, right?
Only because it's a darkish theme, not because it can properly count up the number of prepared spells I have. It's still
Yeah.
got the wrong fucking number there.
Okay, so
Matt,
Jimothy still
Daniel,
also.
are you guys still on Legacy 5e?
Mine worked now when I switched to the default 5e.
Okay. Is that what I should do?
Yeah, just do that for now. Unfortunately, that
What is that?
Switch your character sheet with the gear symbol to default 5e.
Oh.
This character sheet looks cooler.
Yeah.
What changes on it?
Just change it, you'll see. Is your stuff working now?
I'm getting there.
How do I change the pages?
The tabs
tabs
for
on the
me
right.
are on the right.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you see like a little menu. It's
Okay.
It's not the best. Stick with this for now, and I can maybe either revert back or see if there's an update for that specifically that has to be done manually.
Yeah.
No, I can get used to this sheet. It's fine. Is that the only reason we didn't change it over? I can't remember why we didn't change it.
I think there were some issues with like the pop out as well with them in the newer sheets.
Okay, there we go.
But okay, yeah, divine sense. Thank you. So celestial fiend and undead. So yeah, you don't.
It still double rolls on attacks, but it
Awesome.
works anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna have to just see what's up with that particular module. But yeah, so you don't get a ping from that. It doesn't give you.
So whatever we're looking at is not undead.
Correct.
So it
Or
might
any
just
undead.
be dead.
It could be dead, yeah.
It could be a re-dead undead.
So yeah, so you have this information. So you also, Asila, as you peek out, Asila, why don't you give me a religion check?
Religion. I don't know. Where's my?
As you kind of look into the room briefly, see what you see. Okay. You have no idea anything about this, but I'll say with an 8. Yeah, it's kind of too hard to tell. Maybe if you got closer or something like that, you may be able to see something from the other side, but from your vantage point, like, yeah, it looks like a statue. That's about it.
Okie dokie.
What is everyone else doing? Are they just kind of waiting back until Siler reports? Does anyone else want to go in there? There's also that other door that's still locked. If you guys want to try to do something about that.
Oz has been frantically looking around for Orla.
Okay.
She is so stealthy. It is unbelievable.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me bring her back on again.
She's on the second elevator.
Does Jimothy have a lockpicking kit?
He's got thieves' tools.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, like, what are you guys doing?
Wait,
Oh,
were
sorry.
you
I was
asking
waiting for Matt to get back. I was gonna see if Jimothy wanted to try and pick this locked door.
I mean, I could try that first, I guess.
Yeah, I just let everybody know there's something grotesque in the next room, but it is not undead. Or celestial or fiend.
Okay, Jimothy will try to pick this lock.
Okay. Okay. With a 21, yeah, you're able to pick it. But you hear. Actually, why don't you give me a perception check?
Perfect.
Okay. As you kind of click it and like kind of, or I guess you unlock it, you notice that you heard like maybe some scribbling or something on the other side, like scratching or something. And that's paused now.
Like it's scratching on the door, or it's scratching
It's
like
scratching within the room.
Okay, well then I will whisper that I hear noises on the other side, and maybe we should leave it closed for now.
I agree. Let's handle one thing first, and then come back to this door.
Yep.
You know, I think we should open up all the doors and we'll speed run this.
Yeah, we can sacrifice Orla. That's
Yeah.
why we brought her, right?
Yeah, so no need to put Orla's token back on the screen. It's fine. We're sacrificing her.
Yes.
No, good to
Okay.
know.
So
I guess I'm gonna peek through and see. So none of us recognize this creature. It doesn't look like one of our mushroom people with a plate or something on its head or something. None of us recognize it.
All right, so you're peeking in. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna peek in.
All right, give me a perception as well.
I'm gonna peek in as well, I suppose.
Okay. You may also roll.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Nope. I rolled the wrong thing. Thought of it. So I do have a +5, Brian, to my perception, but I can re-roll since I clicked the wrong thing.
Sorry, Oz. I can't move my token. My bad. Okay, thanks.
We'll put this one. All right. So what do we got here? we got a 7 and private roll.
So I rolled a performance check because I don't know how perception is spelled. I can either keep the nat 20 for this. I have a +5 modifier, or I could just re-roll it.
No, that's fine. We'll, yeah, you got a natural 20. So Zoran, yeah, you don't. So you determine that you don't recognize this as one of those mushroom folk things. But Oz, with your perception, yeah, you determined that for sure. And then, are you checking for something else specifically, Oz, or like just kind of looking in, or?
Well, I was sort of looking in to see what this thing was that Jimothy described, but obviously I'm sure it's not the thing that I see on screen.
Yep.
And so, at this point, I'm probably just trying to take in what I see. Do I recognize what this thing is?
Okay. So you see it. Why don't you also give me an... Actually, there's a specific roll here. Actually, you tell me... Blah, blah, blah. Where's that? Give me a religion roll, please.
Religion.
And you're also still private, by the way.
Really want to keep your dice secret.
Whoops, my bad. It doesn't say private, it says self-roll.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess I'm tired or just dumb tonight. 18.
18. Okay, so okay, well, that's fine, whatever. Oh shit. Did I get the right thing? Yeah, so you gather, and I don't know where you've read this or how you studied this before.
Lathander just beamed it into my brain.
Maybe something like that, and it's so as you're looking in here, why don't you give me a straight intelligence check as well, please? 2 things.
23.
23. Okay. So you gather that, kind of looking at this thing, so I'll say a little bit about what it is, the statue. So you actually get something from the statue, and you gather that this thing chained up, crazily enough, is a mind flayer. So now...
Oh, interesting.
Now this is, but it's based on where you've read this or how you've seen this before. This isn't like any of the, drawings or sketching of what mind flayers look like in your studies or books or however you came across this before. So give me 1 second. So right now, so what would you like to know about mind flayers? I'll give you a piece of information. What would you like to know about them?
It's fine. I've played Baldur's Gate 3. I know what I need to know.
Okay. Well, I don't know how much of that information you're gonna have, but you know that they're aberrations. They're evil, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
they're also called
guess.
illithids. If you want to know that information.
Mm-hmm. I probably know about their relationship with the Gith Yankee and the Gith Zerai, perhaps.
Yep.
These things are typically bad. I don't think I have any sympathy over the fact that this one's chained up and looks like starved. Is that right?
Yeah, so one thing that you gathered, it's kind of hard to say. You'll have to get close. Like, it's kind of far from you to get, like, you guys have to get close to get a little bit more about the condition it's in. Oh, wow, you're really going up there.
I'm like, at this point, you know, if
You don't know how far
Oz dies,
that chain. You don't know how far that chain goes, man.
No, it is wrapped around. It is wrapped around. It's not like it's like a leash type thing. It's like, yeah. So yeah, okay. As Oz steps in, this is very, very interesting as he's very headstrong. But he steps in and sees this thing, and I mean, it's in worse shape than you like initially were told from Jimothy's description. So elephants, as you know, typically have these like face tentacles that are kind of like coming from like where the mouth region would be. Those have been completely amputated. And you notice that like there's a where this like big old metal plate is on its head, you also notice just behind that there's like a part of its like skull head or whatever has been pulled out, and you can actually see an exposed part of its brain. It's actually really alarming. I'm gonna need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please, just from how gross this thing is. It's not a very hard DC, but just to stomach that.
That's 6.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. I guess. What kind of condition I want to give you here?
Deafness, blindness.
The Vlerp condition.
We'll say that you are currently poisoned for about a minute. So you'll have disadvantage on ability checks. You're just like completely grossed out by this thing.
How much do I know about like I know that they're completely evil. Do I know anything about their societal structure?
Yeah, so you do know that they kind of have like some sort of, they all have this hive mind. You do know about that concept as well. You do know that they are kind of psionic abilities in nature.
Everyone, I think we need to put this thing out of its misery. It cannot help us. This creature is evil. It is obviously been tortured.
Yeah.
And these things, there is no redemption.
You
with
do
it.
You do notice as as you kind of gotten close that it is alive and it is breathing just barely, almost imperceptibly. Almost like a minute between breaths or something crazy like that.
Okay.
Should we ask if it has any last words before we kill it?
Yeah, let's invite like
Just kidding.
catastrophe.
Yeah, so let's. Would you like to bite off our hands before we kill you? Thank you. I'm just gonna like start flinging firebolts at it.
Okay, so you guys aren't communicating with it at all. Is that correct?
Doesn't sound like it.
Okay. All right. Roll to attack, please.
I said I'm poisoned. Doesn't that give me like disadvantage on attacks?
Correct.
I mean, this thing has a piece of its skull missing. I don't think we're getting much out of it.
Yeah, it doesn't have the. Yeah, I'll say that you're definitely kind of an advantage here. I would say that you would have a straight roll. How about that?
Well, that would have been a 10.
Okay. Let me see what its AC here is. It actually has this kind of reduced AC. You miss.
Well, if somebody wants to talk to it, go ahead. Whatever.
Does anyone else?
No, I'm gonna aim my bow at it.
Okay, you're gonna shoot.
Yep.
Okay.
If I can make it inside the door.
Jimothy, this thing is probably 400 years old, so that should make you feel better.
No, Jim. I don't think Jimothy's gonna partake.
Okay. Roll to attack there.
Wah, wah.
We can't hit this thing. It's divine providence.
An 11 hits. It does take the damage. Are you gonna savage attacker or whatever?
Yes.
Assuming you're going with the
So
first roll.
no, I'll go with the first roll, a 7.
Okay.
And then I will use my Dread Ambusher as well on it.
Okay.
So let's do 14 total.
Okay. You do kill this thing.
Okay.
And it like you hear like a cry in your head after you like initially hit it, like please, and then it just like dies. So you do hear like in your mind like a wail of some kind.
Okay.
Please.
I hope you are okay
hit me
now.
again.
Hope you aren't suffering anymore, or whatever mind flayers do in the afterlife. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Well, our work here is done. I think we can go tell 10 towns they're safe.
Oh, what about that other room? Just kidding.
We can really only do one room at a time.
Yeah. Or should we just split up and take a door each?
You could do that.
Let's not do that. Let's not.
Oh, yes, let's mark this as Deadzu.
Okay, this place is massive based off
Mhm.
of.
Zooming out.
Was
Oh,
Jimothy
yeah.
the only? Was Jimothy the only one that heard that scratching
In the other
in
room?
that other room? Yeah.
Yeah, but I said that it was happening.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. So what's going on now? Sorry, I just.
I'll start checking doors, see if they're locked, trapped.
Okay, so yeah, none of the doors. Why don't you give me an investigation there, Jimothy, and then I guess Zoran, you're checking the other one. Give me an investigation there as well, please. Gonna move this along here.
I'll check the north one. Yeah.
Okay, you may roll as well. Sorry, there's you guys are. I'm like, so many things. Okay, so wow. It doesn't seem trapped or anything. You do all determine though, at the bare minimum, that they are unlocked.
They are doors.
So you may open them up if you choose to do so.
And I don't hear
Are you
like
guys opening all three up at simultaneously? Is that what's happening?
No. And I was gonna say with my roll, I don't happen to notice any noises coming from the room, right?
No.
From behind the door. Okay.
You're gonna try to milk that 7.
Just yeah, I'm sure I don't hear shit, but I figured I would ask.
No, yeah, that's fine. Just giving you a hard time there.
No, I
Okay.
think we should pick a door to open. And
I
both
feel like you should do them all simultaneously.
both ladies will pick Jimothy's.
Yeah, I'm good with Jimothy's as well.
What I will say is my door was unlocked. How about yours?
It was unlocked too.
Well, let's how about you crack that bad boy open and let's see where we get.
Okay, I'll just I'll listen to the door first before I open it.
Okay, yeah, give me a perception then. You're gonna do that.
Learning my lesson.
And his name is John C.
Yep, boy.
Where's the boss? I hear him.
Okay, so you don't hear anything from the other side of this. I'll say with a natural 20 because I want to give you something. From the room that sorry, Buffedes checked. I was like, well, I was blanking on the name here. Buffedes. You heard like it seems like I don't say like flames, like fire, like some sort of like conflagration type sounds, I guess. Coming from that room. I'll say that you hear it's not loud, it's not like a big old explosion or anything like that, but you what seems to be, I guess, flames, however that sound is produced.
Like forging?
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay, well, I'll pass that on to the party.
Yeah, so I'll give you something. But yeah, you don't hear anything from this particular room that you're checking in.
All right, I'll try opening it.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it and then scoot to the side real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
You open it and scoot in there, and you notice that this room seems to be packed with like weapons and tools and storage and stuff like that. So it seems to be like this is some sort of like storage closet or whatever.
Do I see anything nice in here? Or is this like all standard weaponry stuff?
Yeah, I'll carry that perception over. It seems like it's all standard weapons. What's interesting to you, though, that it seems like weapons that, because you guys have fought these guys before, that they don't use. It seems like some weapons are like larger than they are, and you can kind of gather that these were maybe like from enemies they fought or. But yeah, some of them seems like, you know, even though they can like kind of like enlarge or whatever, but it seems like the way they're designed is not like appropriate for them.
Okay. Well, then I will come back out and say it's like an armory. There's a bunch of weapons and shields and more weapons in there.
Yeah.
We haven't noticed. No one's like wearing a uniform in here, so it's not like there would be I don't know, armor or something in there that would make us seem like we work there or we belong there, right?
No, it seems like
Okay.
They are, you know, some of the armor is kind of similar and stuff, but it's not like they have like a big old emblem that like we are
Right,
Zarkarov's men, like that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So you have that door. You check that door. We're just told here.
Maybe we try this one next.
Yeah, it's unlocked already.
Okay,
Okay.
you can open it then.
Okay, I'm gonna go to this side once I open.
Okay. So you open it, and kind of a similar story where this one seems to be more of like, while the other one's like an armory, this seems to be like a Foot Locker type. You know, there's a bunch of chests with clothing and stuff like that. You can kind of search through things if you'd like, but it seems like just a bunch of chests of like clothes and boots and shoes. Yeah, it's famous footwear. Or Payless if you guys remember that.
I do remember that. Sure, I'll look quickly through like one of the chests. I doubt I'm gonna find anything, but
Okay. You can roll perception or investigation, I guess. Oof.
Yeah.
The rolls are not good for you today, it seems.
no, I'm gonna get all my bad rolls out of the way now
Yes.
before I die.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's all mundane, nothing of value, too small. You're like, hey, I don't know my size. Yeah. Jimothy, are you also kind of searching in through here?
Yeah, I just wanted to come in and look. So if it looks like just a bunch of clothes, I'm not gonna like search through everything. So
Okay. Sounds good.
Jimothy, do you think we should keep these doors closed or should we leave them open?
I think we could leave them open. I guess I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it was unlocked anyways.
Okay. So does this appear to be a double door?
Yes, it seems to be like a larger door up there.
Maybe everyone get out of line of sight so you can't If there's something behind the door, it doesn't see you immediately.
Blue. Moving away.
Drag the body. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Should we maybe put the body like over here?
I think we just leave him where he was. He looked dead before.
I forgot to bring Orla into the room with you guys. She's there. Hello.
Maybe we pull the arrows out of it first, though.
Okay. Got it. I can reuse it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Timothy will quietly try to crack open the door, I guess, to start, if he can. Otherwise, just whatever. Yeah.
Okay. What do you see there, Timothy?
Nothing.
Yeah, so you notice that this opens up into quite a large room. And you actually do spot something. Let me throw it on the map here. On the map. Sorry, give me 1 second here.
I see
So-
something too, Timothy.
I don't see anything.
You see kind of like this large quadruped creature. It's almost like all white and gray. It's got like pretty muscular like front and hind legs that are kind of curved like a dog's. But what's really alarming about it, it's kind of like its back is like a big and like almost hunchback looking. It's covered in this like white fur. It's got like this kind of like pointed face, and it's barreling these like really rotten looking teeth. It does not look, from what you gather, friendly, and it's just kind of like slowly kind of like almost like patrolling the grounds here. And then as you are kind of, I don't know if you're waiting there or if you're going to step in or anything like that.
I would prefer to close the door
Okay.
quietly.
As you do that, you notice that there's one that's kind of like walking from the opposite direction there. I think that's in your line of sight now.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see there's at least 2 of them, and you can close the door. Why don't you guys give me a stealth check, the both of you, as you're going to close this.
What the hell's going on? I mean, what the hell is going on? And his name is John C.
What the hell is going on?
Wild.
Okay. I guess this is where you take the average, right?
18 and a half average. Let's go.
They don't notice Jimothy, but they do notice Zoran.
So right as Jimothy's about to get the door closed, sneakily and quietly, Zoran just slams it shut.
Or I end up like I sneeze or something. Yeah.
Close your finger in the door. Fuck.
So, oh wow, okay. So, I had both of them roll perception against the average here, I guess, and they actually. Well, actually, I won't tell you. But it's. Well, actually, we'll tell you. It does not bode well as you start hearing from the other side. These 2 beings kind of slowly approach. You hear like maybe like their claws almost like stepping onto like the ground. This is almost like stone. So you guys have a few moments here to kind of like
The handles. Is it something that I can put a sword in to keep it from getting opened, or is that not possible?
Sorry, say that again one more time.
Like the door handles, is it like something where I can like put a sword through it to try and prevent it from opening?
Here.
Or is it like a door? Or is it a doorknob?
No. Let me.
They're more like automated doors that slide open just from the other side.
Yeah,
let me-
great.
Let me roll a roll here to kind of dictate that. Okay. Yes.
I do have a short sword.
You are in luck. Yes, it seems to be like they're kind of like, they're like door handles that you could slide something in there if you wanted to kind of like bar it, these things for coming in. So bide you a little bit of time if you'd like.
I mean, yeah, I can literally put my short sword in there. I lose a weapon, but I'm used to that since I can just grab one, maybe from the storage. So, I don't know how to. I'm rolling, but I guess it doesn't. I'll delete this from my inventory if we leave.
Okay. So moments pass. You do that. Are you guys kind of like standing next to the door? What are you guys doing? I'll let you guys give you a moment to kind of position yourselves where you want.
Jimothy already ran around the corner and he's waiting to like attack whatever comes through the door.
Okay. The rest of you.
Zoran's messing with her big dagger.
Yeah, is the short sword even long enough to go through both things?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, I'm
foot
hoping
long.
I can.
It's a very short sword.
So I'll say that's a really good point. So you notice, you notice that the first thing, like kind of the doors are kind of like pushed in a little bit. It seems like it's trying to like open it up. And it doesn't seem to be able to open it. So it's kind of confused. I will roll intelligence here to see if it persists on it.
I'll move closer to the door in case something starts to make its way through. And if it looks like the doors are about to give and burst open, I will hold an action, or I guess a bonus action, to cast Thunderous Smite on myself.
Okay. So, you notice that it seems like now there's like footsteps, like the claws onto the ground are kind of like moving away from the door. And then at the same time you hear like another one kind of come through or come to the door. So it seems like maybe one stepped away and the other one's kind of like coming in to check. And you notice that like the sword is like rattling as it's kind of like trying to push into it, like almost like coming out of position. And it seems like just as the tip is about to kind of like give out and then just fall over, so like one of the doors opens through, it stops. And from there you hear kind of like the same sound of like steps moving away from
Thank goodness, they're idiots.
from the door. So you guys have lucked out as Zoran bought you some time here.
I'm gonna go into this storage unit and get another replacement short sword. Hopefully, there's one in here. So I don't
Okay.
have to deal with my.
Here's an idea. Did we see, Jimothy, did you see anything else in there, or just these two creatures?
Two creatures. I heard some fiery stuff. Did I hear the fire any louder?
Yes, you do hear it, and it seems like it was coming from the north west direction. The kind of like flame sounds.
Okay, but I didn't see any big glowing flames or anything.
Yeah, you didn't see like
Okay.
big balls of fire or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay. Nope. Just the two creatures.
I
Okay.
will say this. Sorry, I should have clarified. You do, as you kind of like open up the door, you notice that there was like some haze in here, like maybe some smoke that kind of like fills this particular room as you close the doors. So it seems like the next room is a bit smoky.
Did any heat pour out of the room when we opened the door?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it is a bit warmer. Sorry, I should have clarified that.
I'm just wondering if we should deal with these beasts now.
We could all prepare for fight here, and I could go open the door. I could run back and wait for them to come through, and we all ambush it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't know the layout of this, and so we don't know if we like circle around this room if they're just gonna join whatever forces we might encounter.
Ooh, kill them now before they become a problem later. This is a motto I live by with all my associates.
Yeah, we're your associates.
Do we want to fight them then?
How heavy are these doors?
They're fairly heavy, I would say.
Okay.
Like,
I need like a big mage hand variant.
get like
I need to start working out my mage hand. So when we get back to town, I'm gonna get a dumbbell so that you know it can lift.
Mage bicep.
Yeah.
So, do we wanna
So Jimothy, are you opening the door then? I could cast Longstrider on you if that would help. It'll make you a little bit faster.
No, I think I can make it around the corner. I'll just open it and run.
Okay,
And then
perfect.
we all prepare for whatever comes through the door. We kill it.
Yep.
Does anyone want to move?
I could spend 10 minutes casting Tiny Hut, but you know, I don't think we need that.
And so I was able to find a short sword, right, in that inventory back there.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you find
Perfect.
something. There's like what you find like a halberd, which is a little bit longer, and that actually fits just nicely in there.
Is this a
Okay.
so in the middle here, where the body is that some cover like here?
Yeah, so sorry, this is like the big brazier. Actually, let's go back to that for a second. I didn't get it from your vantage point. I didn't quite get to describe the big old statue that's in here. So yes, you see kind of like this 7-8 foot tall statue of a female Durgar. She's like wearing like scale mail. The top of its head, like the very top of its head, kind of almost like mimicking or similar to the mind flayer. Like there's like a big portion of its head almost like sheared off completely, and then you notice that the eyes have kind of like been removed, or like they weren't placed in like the actual eyeballs onto the statue. So it's almost like these like almost like pits or cavernous looking eyes. It's quite hideous.
Okay.
Why don't you give me a history check if you
Yeah.
don't mind?
Let me...
Anyone can roll this if they want.
I'm not very historical.
19. Okay, thanks, Oz.
7.
It's okay.
I do what I can.
Stupid smart guy.
No. You both got it. So you guys actually recall that there was something like at a small scale when you first went to Zardarok's like private room, like in this closet. He had like a small statue with this like thorned crown on top of its head. This seems to be mimicking that. So this is some sort of embodiment of the kind of like, I don't want to say minor god, but of Deep Dara, their kind of like deity that they are worshiping. What you gather is that there are a lot of miners that do worship this minor god. And that Silo, you recall that you destroyed or smashed this statue, taking quite a bit of psychic damage in doing so. This seems to be like a larger version of that.
We're gonna have to bring this one down too. I mean,
I say that last one kind of did a number on me, so I don't think I'll be able to take this one down.
Yeah, that is a good reminder as well. Maybe Oz and Bovades tell Silo that with his 7, but
Yeah. Pass the information along there. Okay.
The fire is still flickering. If you guys want to do something about that, I guess if you want to like put it out or quench it or something.
No. I think leaving it going might be beneficial.
Okay, sounds good.
Oz will grasp his amulet of health, which is, I guess, a Lathander amulet of health or something, and just say, just in case you can't see it, feel free to do what you need to do with this statue to an evil god.
Why don't you give me a religion check, please?
I'm really good at this religion thing.
Well, I'll give it a old college try.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's pretty good.
22.
Yeah, you, if anything, it doesn't, like, outwardly, it's not like it goes on the offensive, like this amulet. If anything, you feel like more like a warmth, like you're actually being shielded from whatever affects this thing. It seems like an aura, almost like is like a thin aura is like enveloping you as you reach out to your deity of choice now.
Well, when you die and a god shows up and is like, get back in the fight, it's hard not to become a believer.
You gotta get back in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Are we opening this door?
Yeah. So the reason why I was asking was I'm going to take cover behind the statue to use that so I can keep a view on the door, but also try and stay a little bit hidden from the view of the door, if that makes sense.
No, sorry, say that one more time.
I'm going to be crouching by the statue, kind of like where I'm at, or I didn't know if I could get back here. But,
Yeah, you can.
Just to keep an eye on the door, but also kind of try and stay hidden.
He wants to peek around the cheek.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or through, if that's an option.
Okay. All right. And the rest of you, sorry?
Timothy's going to open the door, so...
I'm gonna have my short bow ready.
I'm
I'll
going.
be back by Orla, hoping like you'll step between me and anything charging at me, won't you, right?
Yes, of course.
Not.
I am a warrior. That is what you brought me here.
Well, I'm a coward and a mage, so
Okay. So, Jimothy, you're more welcome to open it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will hide in the corner.
As Jimothy opens the door, I will cast Thunderous Smite on myself.
Okay.
Well, I think they hear us, right?
Oh yeah. So with that, why don't you? Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do.
Timothy, I don't see anything.
Keep yelling, you will.
To the initiative. Oh, not the mind flare. That's dead. And Orla's on there with you guys, and then I will add these dudes. Sorry, stand by here.
What?
Okay. All right. I will have all of you roll for initiative, please. I think I should be in that combat there. Pieces.
What the hell is going on?
Buffet, did you roll there? Seems like you're.
No, I didn't. I'm looking for.
It's under your character portrait on the left on this character sheet.
Where your picture is?
Yeah.
Initiative +4.
Oh God, I see it. Okay. Wow. All right.
Apparently, we're all tired. It's okay.
Dude, oh my God, I was looking under everything and I was just like, what?
Was it in the last place you looked?
It was, yeah.
Nice.
Why didn't you keep looking after you found it?
I still might have to.
All right. So, yeah, top of the round here, you guys see kind of the, at least Jimothy and Asila, you guys kind of see one of these things or these things respectively. But we'll commence with Bofades.
Right.
What would you like to do? Let me see your line of sight here. It seems to be poor. You don't see shit.
Awesome. I'm gonna wait till I see one of those guys.
Okay.
So
Are you holding anything or anything like that?
What?
You can hold an action if you'd like, or are you just gonna?
Yeah, no, that's very much what I would like to do is hold an action.
Okay.
That action will be
Clench.
Clench cheeks.
I will cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. You're gonna hold that to cast.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold the cast. I'm gonna
Okay.
be like I don't
Do
know.
you have a particular location where you want to cast it? I guess.
Yeah, just I put it right here on the door.
Okay.
So like,
As you see, what do you just see? One of these things, you'll cast it essentially.
yeah, essentially, yeah, because, well, let me wait until I see. I know there's two, so let me wait to see both. Right? Because is it all creatures in a cube?
Yes. All creatures.
Okay, so in that case, I would put it on the other side of the door. I don't know how do I move it? So yeah, once I see the two creatures on the other side of the door, that's kind of where I'll cast the cube.
Okay.
Yeah. I misplaced the cube.
Cool. All right. So you'll do that. Up next is Zoran.
I will hold my action until I see something in my line of sight. So, I can see pretty far. I'm gonna say once I see it, like here or here.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. All right. So, sure enough, as you guys open this thing up, this thing is going to. What's its movement speed here? Oh, pretty good. 30. It's gonna actually step in here.
I see it.
All right. So we'll trigger Bofades things first. So you cast Fairy Fire here. You invoke this. And is this like a permanent thing that lingers? I'm misunderstanding here.
Fairy Fire?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Take it.
It's 1 minute. It's 1 minute concentration.
Yeah.
Okay, so you cast this thing.
But they have a dexterity saving throw to succeed against it.
Okay, so let me see how it does.
I mean, it's an action to cast, but I think that when you cast it is when the creatures make the save. It's not like, I don't think they wander into it and then they
Right.
Yeah.
So like it's a snapshot type of thing, but it lasts a minute.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. Okay, it rolled a 20, so it's
Oy
succeeded.
vey.
So, does not get the effects of Fairy Fire, unfortunately. However, Zoran, you do get to use your action to shoot at it. So feel free to fire at it, please.
And just to clear, Bofades, were you fine with where your cube is, or were you wanting to move it more north?
It would have been up here.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? Because like it was just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
I was just
making
making sure that if you were thinking I was trying to put Jimothy in a silo in there, that's not.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
what your-
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
not
just
what
wanted
your
to make sure.
intent was. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks. Pew!
Oh shit! All right, yeah. A 26
Let
doesn't
me. Yeah, let me savage attacker. See if that'll help. For 7. For 8. Sorry, for 8.
Okay, so
Oh
it'll
wait.
take-
Wait, can I do dread? Yeah, I can. Okay, and then 4 for my dread ambusher, please.
Okay, so 11 points of damage. Perfect. Okay, all of
Yes.
that need to go through.
Shoot.
Okay, and then I guess this is an action. So do you get to fire twice with your?
Yeah, if I'm holding, I think I would. I'm pretty
Well, do you
sure.
normally get like 2 shots off with your action? Kind of like 2 swings. I don't know how that works actually.
You have extra attack.
Yeah,
I
do you
have,
have
I have extra attack, so that's why.
Yes.
So, okay, but I don't get to do my savage attack on this one. So 14.
Okay, 14 actually hits. Just hits.
Perfect for 8.
Okay, it'll take it.
Yay!
Perfect.
That's all I can do.
All right. Sorry. And then up next, it is Oz's turn.
Firebolt. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit its AC, unfortunately.
Well, that's embarrassing. I'm gonna stay where I'm at, and I guess, yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. It is Orla's turn. Orla, what does she want to do? She is a warrior, and she is going to run up. So, run up here next to a silo here. And then she will actually dash up to kind of like intercept this thing, and then that will be her turn. Okay, Jimothy, you're up.
Okay, I will. I guess I'll move over here. And
Okay.
I will take an attack at this thing.
All right, fire away.
19.
A 19 does indeed hit.
I'll do my sneak attack.
Yeah.
Fine. 28 psychic damage.
God damn. Yeah, I'll invite thee to describe thine kill.
I feel like You said she took a swing at it?
No, she was just running up. She used her bonus action to dash up there.
Well, I feel like whatever posture she got into, like right when she reached it, I want to like pop out right behind her and do my attack. Like, maybe.
Yeah, she's got like her bigger action. She's like, ah, and then
And it just falls
like,
over in front of her.
and it just like topples over, and you kind of like see this thing, and it's got like this big old snarling face. You guys can see it on the map here, but it's definitely not a pretty. It's got like really sharp features where you can tell.
It pulled a fainting
It's just
joke.
the cutest thing.
Yeah, it looks like a knockoff Grinch type thing. What you do gather as you're kind of getting close there, actually the three of you, Asilo, Jimothy, and Orla, you notice that this thing smells awful. Like whatever, I don't know where it resides or how, like it just naturally secretes this scent. Like it just does not smell clean. And actually, Jimothy, why don't you give me a perception check, just for shits and giggles here? I'll do that for free.
How acutely I smell this thing. Great.
Yeah, with the 25, you notice this thing topples down. You notice that there's like little like bugs and things like jumping up from it. Like it's covered, like, slithered with fleas or some. Okay. Anything else, Timothy? You have movement.
Well, I can see the other one still, right?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, from your vantage point there. Yes, you can't see the other one.
Okay, I'll bonus action attack that one.
Okay, great.
For 8 more psychic damage.
Okay. And it'll take it.
Then I'm gonna move in here.
Oh yeah,
to
remember this thing is dead.
here. We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that works. I'll move there.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Cool. All right, so it is going to be. See another one of these things appear on site here. Okay, another one of these things here is going to come up here. And then this one here is going to come up between Jimothy and Orla there. And it's going to take a claw attack at Jimothy first and then at Orla. Okay, it'll probably miss against Jimothy.
We only signed up for 2 of them, so
And it'll
I'd like to return the third.
swing against Orla, and Orla will take some damage here. Sorry. Oof, not great. Okay. So she takes that. Notice that this thing kind of comes with a big claw. So it took this thing came up in front of you, Jimothy. It took a swing at you, missed, and then it took a swing at Orla and struck her. Okay, it is Asilo's turn.
Okay, I'm going to step up into Jimothy's space momentarily and take a swing at this thing.
Okay.
Where's my inventory? With the Corpse Slayer Warhammer. And a 19 to hit.
19 does indeed hit.
And I believe it's 2d6. Where'd he go? Darn it.
Let's see the damage split here.
Well, Thunderous Smite is an extra 2d6, and it needs to make a DC 13 saving throw.
Oh, thank you. Okay, yeah. So I will apply just the bludgeoning damage because it's not undead. So we'll take that, and then I will have it roll.
So it takes an extra 4 thunder damage.
Okay, let me roll it. Save here. Does it succeed on that save? It actually fails with an 8.
So it is pushed 10 feet back and knocked prone.
Okay. I will mark that. Where's the falling guy? Prone. Okay, it is prone now. Okay.
Okay, and I'll move up another 10 feet.
Okay.
And I will take my second attack on the prone one with advantage.
Okay.
And that will be a 21 to hit.
Okay, 21 does indeed hit.
And I will Savage Attacker this roll for the bludgeoning damage. So 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. It takes that. Still up. It's not looking great though.
And that will be my turn.
Heck of a turn. Nicely done. Okay.
My God, there more and more of them keep coming in. What the fuck?
Oh yeah. Don't worry.
Mistakes were made.
Okay. It is. As you can tell, top of the round, it is Bofades' turn. Bofades.
Right. Well, I can see that one. So we're gonna fire off a Eldritch Blastoid.
Blast it up.
Wow. Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Forcefully.
That. Man, that's really rough. It sucks that there's not like a plus to something here. Just a 1.
Nope, just a 1. That was
Okay.
just the warning shot.
There you go.
Now we're gonna do it again for 4 damage.
It just is pretty underwhelming, honestly. Like I'd rather it be one shot and then you get like a 2d10 type situation. That feels a little bit better, you know. At least the minimum would be 2.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have to take two attacks and potentially have
Would
just
hate that.
Yeah, the benefit is the
you get a lot, huge range though on this thing.
yeah. 120.
Yeah, and then not too many things are immune to force damage or resistant to
Yeah.
force, so that's also good.
Yeah, so it's not terrible.
Yeah.
And I get to do it twice, so I could attack 2 different creatures if I want.
Right, exactly. So it's
Yeah.
there's pros and cons.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else about Bofades?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am since I still have line of sight on this guy.
Okay, sounds good. Up next is Zoran. Zoran, you're up.
I gotta move to here at least to see my people. So I will aim at which one looks more hurt? The one on the left or the
there,
right?
Yeah, that left one there.
The left one is also prone.
Yes.
Okay,
kind of
then
first.
yeah, I'll go for the one on the right then. Please. I guess I should probably move a little bit higher. Yeah. Okay. Oh, 14.
A 14 just hits.
For not. Let me see. Can I savage attack for that first one? For 9,
Okay.
and then I will shoot again
Fire away.
for 14 again
Okay, that'll hit.
for 12 damage.
All right. Describe your kill as you hit this thing that's prone.
I'm just aiming towards this chest. Well, no, I guess the silo's kind of
We're-
nearby, so yeah, I'm just.
If she's aiming at the one that's prone, it's at disadvantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which one are you aiming at? Sorry, did I miss that?
I said the one that was not prone. Isn't
But
there
no one
one?
that was not prone. Oh, my apologies. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me give back its health here. Sorry.
I was like, wait, I already killed it? That's weird.
No, sorry.
I didn't think it had done any damage, or it had gotten any damage, but I don't know.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, so let me apply that here.
Sorry about that.
No, that's you literally said it, and I just said, nah, I'm gonna do my thing. And sorry.
That's how powerful my, arrows are.
Yeah. Okay.
It killed the guy
Yeah,
next to
it's still up.
It ricocheted.
it. Yeah.
Quite a bit of damage.
And that's all I'm doing. So I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. All right. Up next, it is Oz's turn.
Oh. I'm gonna try and hit the one kind of in the back. Up there. Let's try this whole firebolt thing again. See if we can. Oh, does an 18 hit?
An 18 does indeed hit.
Okay, so it'll take 13 points of fire damage,
Okay, it takes it.
and then it just explodes.
It does not.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Well, I'm doing my part.
Say in Oz's mind's eye, it explodes and then flickers back into existence.
Right.
Yeah. I'll step up like 10 feet.
Okay. All right. It is going to be Orla's turn. She's going to step up next to this thing, that's on the ground, and a silo. Not calling a silo a thing. And she's going to like bring her great axe down. And hit.
She would have advantage in case that changes anything.
That does. You're right. We'll go with the first roll. It does pretty good damage. And it's as he leaves this thing, and then she will take a second swing. Oh shit, and crit. And so she brings down, takes one swing, somehow like uses the momentum again to like reel it back up. That's not really how that works, but then it goes down again, and this time, Silo, you kind of notice that like she just cleaves like through the neck of this thing as like the head's like decapitated.
No.
And she's quite strong. Given you guys kind of fought a little bit, but she's quite formidable.
So, I mean, have you ever like seen track and field people throwing the hammer? It's like just.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, and that's gonna be her turn. Up next is Jimothy. So Jimothy, you see Orla step up and take one of these things down.
I'll shoot the one that's kind of is the one in front of the silo. Is that the prone one?
That one's dead. The prone one is dead.
This one, I mean.
No, that one is not prone.
Okay, I'll attack that then. Bow. 14 hits, right? Or no?
14 does indeed hit. Yep. And sorry, would you mind highlighting again which one you're hitting? That's the one right next to the silo there. Okay, great.
Yeah. I'll savage attack or sneak attack rather.
Okay.
18 psychic damage.
Yep. It's still holding on, but it takes it.
Bonus action. For 5 more.
Oh, it is barely holding on as you're kind of like, I mean, you don't really see this, but you notice that like it's like being rocked by whatever these blades are.
Not a crit. It should have been a. It should have been a savage attack or no roll, but same difference. So I ended up with a 1. So
Okay.
6 damage.
Okay. Still up there.
5 damage. I'm sorry. 5 damage, like I said the first time.
Yep. Okay. All right. Up next. Oh shoot! Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna pause for a second. Sorry, we'll be right back. Sorry, somebody's knocking at the door here.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's all good. It's halftime. Just kidding. Someone's got to do a halftime show.
No,
Michelle.
Vaughn.
I don't know what I could bring up that quickly on stream.
Just
Probably
different
just
music.
Jeopardy music.
Yeah, then I'd get copyrighted.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh yeah.
Even more than I already do. I mean, because like every one of these videos, even though Michael Ghelfi allows this music to be used, like every single D&D video that we do, it's like copyright.
Mhm. Maybe you could use Chat GPT to make us some custom tunes.
I've thought about it, like using Suno, because I've been playing around with it, but I think to be able to use the music, you have to pay like a subscription, and then whatever you create, you technically own, but and then you can like use a distribution service to put it on like Spotify and Apple Play or Apple Music and all that stuff, and then you can create playlists like that you can use, and if other people use it, you can supposedly make money from it, but it's all AI generated, and you have to note that it's all AI generated. Yeah, there's a lot of steps in the process.
Sorry about that. Somebody was checking about gas meters. I was like, what the heck? Isn't it kind of late for that?
Like, you want to meter my gas?
I was like, have you received your bill? I was like, I just moved here. I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, unusually high rates. I was like, oh, okay. So, all right. Anyhow,
Back to the fantasy.
back to the fantasy. So this thing, there's another one, kind of rolls up over here. Doesn't quite reach it. It's going to be this one here. This one is going to see that this one's attacking you while it's going to go next to Orla and try to attack her. And hits Orla. Does quite a bit of damage there. And is going to strike at her again. And hits again. As you notice that Orla is getting like slashed from these claws here. You notice that this thing is like pretty like it's pretty quick how quickly kind of like gallops onto you. It's weird because like it looks like it could also like stand up, like it's almost like it could be on its all four or just on like its rear hind legs that like stands up to like slash at you. Okay, so that one's there. The one in front of that's barely holding on next to a silo is going to attack a silo. And crit. So a silo, you will take 25 points of slashing damage as it just like scratches at you. And then it will swing again at you. Its claw and miss with, I presume, an 8 against your AC.
Yes.
Oh, actually, sorry, no. It probably still will miss. Yeah. Okay. This one's dead. Silo, it is your turn to retaliate if you choose to do so.
Okay. I will swing back at the one that just hit me.
Okay. It's looking rough. It's the one that Jimothy kind of lit up with blades. You can't quite tell, but it looks rough.
16 to hit.
It hits.
13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, and I invite you to describe your kill.
After I'm assuming like ducking behind my shield, I just kind of like uppercut it with the warhammer and send it sprawling back.
Yeah, you kind of like lift. You kind of actually strong enough like And Orla's impressed as she sees this, that you almost kind of like raise its like almost all fours as it like falls back on its back before it topples over. So that one is dead.
And I will spin around Orla and the other creature and take my second attack on it.
Okay.
With advantage. And a 13 to hit.
A 13 misses, unfortunately.
Well, darn.
Yeah, so...
And... I will... Let's see, use my bonus action. The action... Yes, I will bonus action and I will cast Shield of Faith on Orla.
Okay.
So she gets +2 to her armor class.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Next is... That's good that you did that. It is this thing's turn. It's going to run up against Orla, and it's going to take a claw attack at her, and miss, actually. With your +2, it actually helps her out. And she will swing again. Or this thing will swing again. And this one, however, does hit as she takes a bit of damage here. Okay, so that's that one. What a number of these are, I guess. All right. Sounds good. All right. Top of the round. It is Bofades' turn.
And I can see that one that's right between the silo and Aura there.
Yeah, you can. I'm assuming so from your line of sight there. Yeah.
Okay. I will. So let's try this again. 11.
An 11 misses, unfortunately. Oh, he rolls his hand on the damage. Come on.
I know.
You hate to see it, folks. You hate to see it.
Let's try one more.
There you go. There you go.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, for a 9.
Hey, you're good. Oh, that's rough on the damage, but you know, we'll take it. We take, you know, damage is damage. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Well, that'll be the old turn there.
Okay. Good turn. Good turn. Zoran, it is your turn.
I will aim at this one.
Okay. Oof. Goodness.
27. Can
Yeah,
I
that'll hit.
make that better? No, I'm gonna do it on my second one. So for 7.
Okay.
And then I will go again.
Oof. Goodness.
Oh, I should have done it on the first one. Oops. Yeah. So just for 10.
All right. Quite a number of damage. It's looking pretty good. I mean, it's looking not pretty good. It's looking pretty rough. Any movement or anything like that? You're hanging tight there?
Yeah, I'll hang here.
Okay. Oz, you're up. What What does Osmathus have for us? Sticking with the old reliable there, Firebolt. Sorry, I don't mean to like dissuade you from doing that.
Gosh.
How close is
no.
everybody? Fireball.
Because everyone does the same thing. All right, swing, Eldritch Blast. You know.
How injured does this one look?
I would say it is mechanically bloodied.
But not biologically.
It's extra goopy at this point.
Oh, gosh. Alright, I'm gonna Firebolt it. Oh.
His name is
Oh my god.
Good.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow, that's a real crit. Imagine being a character that can't do that. That would be rough. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's gonna be 28 points of fire damage straight.
I invite you to describe your kill there.
If it's like screeching at all, then this Firebolt is just gonna like go straight into its mouth and out the other side of its skull.
Okay, great. It like quickly goes past it and almost like hits the other one as it like just propels through. Yeah, it like you'd see like remnants of like brain chunks just kind of like fall to the ground as this thing just almost like topples over on top of a silo.
Don't worry, it's cauterized.
Your action caught our eyes.
Anything else there, Oz, with this crazy bolt that you just fired?
Well, that was my action, and I moved a bit. I can't action surge and do it again, so no.
Okay.
You guys get the rest.
Oz
Alright,
starts dancing like, yeah, I'm on fire.
I'm on fire. Right. Orla it's her turn. She's gonna swing here. Against the one just above her. She hits a decent number of damage. Good God, Orla. She ain't messing around. And then she's gonna swing again. Whew. And doing rocks. Good lord, as she takes out this other one as well. On her own. Goodness. Alright, which one's that one? There's so many of them. Oh, there's. Sorry. Alright. So that was her turn. Up next is Jimothy. Jimothy.
Okay, I will attack the one that's still standing that I actually see.
Okay, fire away.
Right. I'll do my bonus action to steady aim as
Okay.
well for advantage.
Okay, give it all you've got. Same rolls. Consistent.
So I'll sneak attack then.
Okay. Man, your attack is just...
So 27 psychic.
Yeah, that'll go through.
Yeah, I'll move there.
Okay.
And that will be it.
All right. All right, it'll be the one that you just attacked's turn. It's gonna go up to you and take a claw attack at you there. For a 20 against your AC.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you will take 14 points of slashing damage.
I will use my reaction to have that.
Okay. And then it'll swing again at you. And miss, I presume, with an 11 against your AC.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Cool. All right, it is a Silo's turn.
Okay, I will move around behind it.
Okay.
And I will lay on hands myself for 20 hit points.
Nice.
And just stand there, waiting for it to decide what it wants to do next.
All right. Okay. It is now. Okay, I'm gonna. Sorry, let me delete some of these guys because there's a lot of them here. You were gone. You're dead, and you're dead, and you're dead, and you're dead. You guys are just mowing down these things. Okay. There's one other one. It's going to run up to you there, Silo. And it's going to take a claw attack at you. And miss. And then it'll take another one. Sorry. Oh shit. And crit.
I am going to ruin its crit
Yeah.
by casting Silvery Barbs.
Okay, you do have line of sight. Good.
I think it's, 50 feet away. So basically, it must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
Okay. I will do that. Okay. This one will miss. So you will not get the crit there.
And I'll grant Orla advantage on her next attack.
Okay.
Roll ability check or saving throw.
Dang, that's no fun. You're preventing me from killing a Silo.
Well, you already crit against the Silo once.
Yeah, but he got HP back. He'll be fine. He'll live forever.
Well,
No, I'm just giving you a hard time.
well, tough.
Good. I like it. Yeah, I mean, you have these abilities. You should use them.
It's just a flurry of paper that kind of comes out and disrupts this thing's like action.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Bofades. Let's see. Can you be the hero we want you to be?
Alright, I'm gonna come here.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will.
I was like, am I paused? What's going on?
No, sorry, I was reading the effect of this spell because
No worries.
I added it and I couldn't remember what it what it did.
No worries. I'm just getting here to keep going.
So I will actually you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna. No,
For a
man.
second, that I thought you were gonna read all this, and you're just like, I'll just blast again.
I am.
Perfect.
Yeah. There's a 17 hit.
Sorry, which one you're aiming at again? I apologize.
The one closest to me.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right.
That too.
Two whole damage.
Okay. Feel free to roll the next one, I presume.
Yeah. Does a 20 hit or
That's
5?
what does hit.
Excellent.
Nice. Okay.
Not the best.
Hey,
Could have
you
been
hit-
worse.
You hit both turns. Like that's you gotta celebrate the victories here.
Yeah. Well, I was reading the one spell that I was considering doing, but I realized it would also affect the silo because he's standing right in between them. And,
Oh, yeah,
and I didn't really feel like now was the time to just nuke everything.
It'll be all right. I'm
All
durable.
right, Zoran, what do you got for us?
I'll move here.
Okay.
And aim at this. Well, yeah, maybe this one.
Okay.
I say maybe. That's the one I'm aiming at.
Okay, good. I was like, maybe yes.
Obviously not aiming at that one.
Yeah, it
or
seems like
any of
we're trying to aim, but yeah, unfortunately, a 12 does not hit.
Let's try again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's much better. Goodness.
So let's Savage Talker, see if it gets any better. Nope.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Oh no, I can't do this one. Sorry.
No worries.
So
Okay.
10.
10 points of damage. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Anything else?
I feel like I should move in more, but no, I'm good.
Okay. All right, Oz. After you blasted the other one clean through its head, what else you got for us?
I'm gonna step into the room with
Feeling confident
yeah.
now.
Yeah, with Orla as your guard.
Yeah. And fire's doing pretty well. I'll try and hit this one.
If it ain't broke,
Like, muscle mommy, give me strength.
So that's a 23 to hit for 15 fire damage to the one between Asylum and Jimothy.
Okay, I invite you to describe your kill. A lot of kills today. Nice.
I'm just gonna hit this like straight in the torso, and if it punches through all the way to its backside, then so be it.
Okay.
Right out the perineum.
Yes.
I tain't begun to fight.
All right.
And that'll be my move and action. I'm good. Don't want to use any bonus actions.
Okay. Very nice. Up next it is Orla. So she is going to run up behind there, give you a little bit of advantage there, and take a swing. Great axe. Let's see how she does. She's got advantage though. That'll hit. Hit that. She'll swing again. And hit again. And yeah, doing quite a bit of damage. It's the advantage is helping her out. That'll be her turn. Jimothy, you're up.
Okay, I will just attack the one that they're attacking.
Okay.
Pew! Sneak attack. 19 psychic.
And that'll be just enough. So I'll describe, I guess, your kill.
Nothing fancy, just have it fall over.
Okay. And like just completely just topples over there. You guys, again, I mean, Asilo, you're used to Jimothy's things falling over, not really seeing these blades physically. But Orla is a bit confused about how this thing just topples over. Like after she took 2 swings and was gearing up for the next one. Like, so okay, and with that, you guys pause a moment, and you don't see anything else like running at you currently, but you guys are out of combat.
Whoop, whoop. Let's explore this room.
Well,
This behemoth of a room, yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing you guys see, sorry, let me, I'm gonna pause you guys for a second because I got a lot of text to read to y'all. I'm assuming you guys are in the main room here, okay. Sorry, bear with me here. A lot to get through.
Are you glass staff? Just kidding.
Okay. All right. What is this now? 7 years later?
Still funny.
All right, so so you guys notice that smoke kind of fills this, like, it looks like a giant cavern of some sort. Like, it's weird, like, because you were in like this like building here. I'm not sure how, because you guys are going completely up and down, but it seems like somehow like it curved. Like, I don't know how it's opening up into like the side of the mountain here. You kind of feel this kind of like almost intense heat. You see this kind of like big 10-foot tall stone forge at a distance. You can't quite see immediately there. It's almost like shaped like a pyramid with like a bit like the top point kind of like sheared off. You obviously see this like big, almost like river of lava. It almost seems like where they're pulling things out, or this like big pool of heat essentially. You guys took care of whatever these creatures were, kind of like patrolling the area. From what you can tell, there might be more, you're not sure. And yeah, that's pretty much what you can see for now. Sorry, there was a lot more with that, so I'll let you guys kind of explore if you'd like.
I'd like to just kneel down next to one of these things and just try and figure out if I know what it is.
Yeah, why don't you give me a nature or arcana?
Nurture. 19 for nature.
19. Okay, so you do know what these things are. These are known as a quaggoth. That's the name of them. They're creatures from the Underdark. What you know of that they're, as you gathered, as you kind of like mauled at you, the few hits that it was able to, they're quite violent, quite aggressive. What you know, based on like kind of like the lore, they're almost like Underdark equivalent of like wolves per se. Somehow like it seems like they're not that intelligent. They're more beast in nature. But what you do know is that there seems to be, actually with the 19, I'll know that they're quite loyal to the Drow, which is funny enough. So it's interesting that they're working here with the Durgar. But I'll say that's the piece of information that you know. Is there something you? Sorry, say again.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll share that with the rest of the group and just say maybe we'll be running into some drow down here.
Yeah.
I will step over to Orla and I will cast Cure Wounds because I saw her take some hits.
Okay.
At 2nd level and give her some health back.
Okay.
What?
That is
Ooh. Rough.
That is not what the dice on my screen showed.
No.
Yeah, but you have your character sheet in a
Yeah.
window.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
I guess.
So-
Unfortunately, she gets this poor amount of healing, but she thanks you as you know, kind of notice that some of the wounds healed, and she's like, "You're quite a formidable warrior, and your friends have proved themselves as well. It did strike me as odd, as this creature that was standing before me, this last one, just toppled over. I didn't quite understand."
Our
I think they
small,
died of fright.
so our small friend has that effect on things.
And she points to Jimothy. Him? He's not intimidating.
Yes, I get into creatures' minds and I make them crazy until they die.
Well, whatever method works, I suppose. And she kind of like gestures towards Zach. I'll stick with the usual way.
Perfect.
Okay. So, all right. What are you guys doing? I know you guys are starting to. All right, let me run around.
I was also going to give 3 to our friend, but maybe I'll give that to a Silo instead.
Yeah, that'll work.
Sorry, Silo. There's your 3.
Okay.
Healing.
Hey, some is better than
Yes,
nothing.
look at this.
So if we think that there are drow around, do we know what their relationship to mind flayers are? Do we think that that's why that mind flayer in the other room was
You can
chained up?
give a history check, I guess, if you want to know that information. Probably not your strong suit, but we'll give it a go.
It's not, but
It's math.
I'll
bro.
try it.
What the hell's going on? I mean, what the hell?
Zoran has no idea.
Yeah, you're not certain
I
at
don't
all.
care. Zora's like, I don't care about these people.
Do I know if Durgar and Drow normally work together?
So, no, right? So this is a bit odd.
I mean, I guess the creatures don't mean that there are Drow here, but typically they work with them. So
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a common thing. Like it's more of like, you know, oh, it's interesting that they're.
I think you mean that's an undercommon thing.
Yeah. So it's a bit odd, but yeah. And I guess I'll say for Jimothy, you. Not sure where you got your studies, but yeah, you're also privy to that information. I'll do that. Yeah. Okay. So, where would you guys like to
Yes.
go? You have a lot of directions.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll want to explore. Do we actually? I mean, I know we already cleared the bodies off of the map, but do we want to put the bodies in this lava river thing? Because I can do that while everyone else explores.
I mean, they're
and
quite
then
heavy.
doing-
They're probably like, you know, several hundred pounds.
Oh.
So chop them up first.
You know,
Yep.
yeah. Just mutilate the bodies and then drag their like appendages.
Yeah.
I'll clean the floor behind with prestidigitation.
You're supposed to be exploring, Oz.
Nah, we have people for that.
Okay.
We have people. Okay. All right. So, okay, who's going where?
I think the bodies
I
were
think
around
we're-
this area, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, you're gonna do that. Why don't you give me an athletics check, please?
I will assist in disposing of bodies.
Dang, okay, someone's been working out, eating their Wheaties.
Yeah. I don't know my history, but I can lift dead bodies.
Perfect.
Apparently, I'm grabbing the ones that were like busted up the worst, so my hands keep slipping.
Yeah, and then
Silo, I'm gonna give you 14 points.
Well, thank you,
Orla will
sir.
join you. She rolls a 21, so she's also helping you guys out as she's kind of dragging across there. I need the 3 of you to give me dexterity saving throws, please, as you're approaching the forge here, or the kind of this lava.
Oh. Dexterity.
Okay, and then I'll roll for her.
If she trips and falls in,
Okay, so all
We
of you
don't pay
succeed.
workers' comp.
All of you succeed except Orla, and it's not so much that you trip and fall in. Like there is a little bit. It's more of like as you put this in, some of like the globules of like whatever is in kind of like pop out. It's almost like hot oil in some sense, and it hits her, and she like reacts unfortunately and yells out as like some of this flames like touch her skin, and she will take a bit of damage here. What a dummy.
and 20 more of these creatures pop out from behind pillars.
Yeah, so not exactly that, but yeah, it kind of like echoes and rings within this cavern here, so that's not good.
Back into the other room. Anybody else's fog of war not like saving?
Yeah, it keeps like loading and reloading or something. I don't know. I keep getting a message.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
really?
been ignoring it.
Keeps resetting. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be worth figuring out just because like this place
Yeah.
is so huge, so it'd be nice to know where we've been.
Yeah. Let me change the setting on that. I apologize. Just so you guys can have some notion of what you've traveled with. Okay, sorry, give me 1 second here.
I thought that was a glitch on my end, so I was like, it's
Nope,
fine.
it's all of us.
Yeah, I mean,
You're not that special.
but Orla is.
So you guys should maintain now.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
All right, don't mind me as I just go retrace.
Yeah, please do. Feel free. You guys want to do that? Actually, we're kind of wrapping up here. Is there anything you guys
Yeah.
want to do here before we kind of pause for the evening?
I'll just shout into the cavern as well, you know. One's an accident, two's natural.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll say okay. You guys can feel free to walk around. Yeah, we'll just stop there for the evening. And we'll pick it up there next time as you guys have the rest of the forge level here to kind of explore and see what other perils await you. So yeah, I appreciate you guys playing this evening. I apologize for last week, and I should be able to play next
good.
week. So.
Things
So
happen.
is Orla like super hurt? I'm just determining whether I should try and do a heal on her or not. But
I'll
she's
say
like-
that she took 10 points of damage, so she's not horrible. She's gonna be okay.
okay, because
Well, she
obviously I
still
can't see
took
her.
damage in the fight, though.
Yeah. She's
just
above,
can't see her
she's,
health bar.
she's not bloodied, so she's good.
Okay, cool.
I would say if you guys want to know, she's like at like 3/4 of her health or something like that, so she's good.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Or like 60%, whatever. Yeah, so she's good. All right, so we'll pause there for the evening and then pick it up there next time. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty.
Next
Alright.
Monday?
Glad.
Next Monday.
Next Monday, we'll be back for more interesting adventures and inappropriate comments.
Yes.
That,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
of
I'll
course,
just-
that is stuff.
Do it.
And I'll just stick to this character sheet. I don't
Okay.
need to switch back or anything. I'll be
Okay.
fine.
Yep.
Okay, use
So.
it.
Okay, sounds good. I mean, if you have a preference, let me know and I'll try to figure that one out.
Nah,
But
easy enough.
it all works.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys later.
Have a good night.
Yeah.